Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and has featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
He has a great accent, doesn't he, everybody? Unfortunately, he doesn't have too much animation, but I guess you can't get everything. Anyway, welcome to Spirit Medium Laura, Mediumship and Messages. And this is yours truly, Spirit Medium Laura. Thank you so much for calling into the show and for listening to the show. Tonight, we will be doing mediumship for approximately the first 30 minutes of the show. However, messages don't start till about quarter after the hour. In the Eastern time zone of the United States, it is about 7 p.m. On Monday, December 14th, 2015. After I do a couple of announcements, then I do meditation and some channeling, a group message, then I'll do some mediumship, and then I will do messages, which might include a number of things, including medical intuitive, mentoring perhaps, manifesting information, meditation, or just plain old psychic messages, which is my great joy to do all of that. Thank you, Suzie B, for your donation. I wanted to mention that Suzie B did lose her dog, Daisy, over the week. Well, since last show, I believe it was on Friday. So I just want us all to have a moment of prayer in honor of her dog, Daisy, and also just wishing Daisy that she's happy in spirit. So I'm going to be silent for a moment, and let's just do a prayer for Daisy. And for some reason or other, I don't know why this is so, Suzie B, but I actually saw a short-haired dachshund. I know it's a dachshund, but I didn't think it was short-haired. So maybe I'm wrong, brown short-haired dachshund, adorable. Anyway, there's the dog staring at me, and maybe that's what you want me to do today because she's asking for another side connection. So we'll see what we do when I get to Suzie. Wanted to... Today we're going to be doing a channel message, and it's interesting because we're going to be talking about choices, making conscious choices versus reacting to life, so that we can live a life of greater awareness and greater personal responsibility, and also perhaps greater success. But we'll find out what the ones want to say when I get to that. But I didn't even think of this when I was writing this down, but I don't know how many of you think about what you're doing in your life. Are you resisting something you don't want versus putting energy into something you do want? And quite often we resist something negative versus moving forward with what we want, which is in part covered in the book Manifesting Magic, one that I've written, which you can buy on Amazon. Just go to Amazon.com and search for Manifesting Magic by Spirit Medium Laura. And the gist of the book basically says that using a 4-step process, we can enter a flow of abundance aligned with our deeper self, our soul, and our purpose on earth, which is very, very powerful indeed. And the first step is letting go. So if there's anything that you're in resistance to, versus putting all that energy into resisting and finding what's wrong and hiring psychics to give you ideas about how to struggle and get what you want, you'd be better off just doing a let go, let God kind of meditation, letting it go, handing it up to a higher power so that you can open to what you really, really, really want. It's one of the first steps of becoming more abundant is to let go and then open to what you really want. And then there's more to it than that. But that is covered in the book, and I just thought of it today because I had a client over the weekend, actually. I had one in Ireland. I've had 2 clients last week in Ireland. One of them won the contest, as a matter of fact, which I forgot to mention. But if you want to be in to win a private session with me, just go to the website for this radio show, which is called Spirit spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. You'll be able to join the mailing list and be in to win for December. We're about halfway through the month, so let's see if you win. So anyway, this client of mine, one of them won on Thursday. She won November's a contest, which was really cool. And I didn't even know she was in Europe until right a moment before I was supposed to work with her. I looked at the phone number and I said, uh-oh, I don't have ability to call long distance on my phone the way I'm using it right now. I do everything on Skype, but I hadn't set it up for that. So she called me, thank goodness, because I emailed her. But that one was different. We aligned her with her purpose, and everything was great with that one. But the second one on Saturday, it was a lot of wondering about how she could get something done that she wanted. And then we spent 30 minutes on it, and then by the end of the call, it was, well, why don't you just work on what you do want instead of resisting what you don't want? Because you'll be the spiritual or spirit message to her was you'll be able to accomplish what you really want, even within the confines of what you don't want. So if you're doing that, just giving you a little heads up on it, look at your own life. See if you're making a conscious choice to do what you want to do versus an unconscious resistance pattern, which will hold you a slave. So you'll never get what you want. You won't have any abundance from that. Well, anyway, speaking of the website, spiritmediumtv.com, there are 4 things to get on that page. One is the sale for one-third more time with your session, or a 25% off the price. It's the same thing, actually. So if you ordered, say, 15 minutes, you'd get 20 minutes. But that's like 25% off of what you're paying. So that's item 1 on spiritmediumtv.com. Item 2 is the how to get in the contest, which I mentioned already. So the instructions on how to get in the contest to win a free session with me is item 2 on Spirit Medium TV. Item 3 is how to jump the queue, which Suzie B, our lovely lady who's handling the phones in the background, my radio show compatriot, she's jumped the queue by making a donation of $8. So if you have a problem that just can't wait, donate $8 and you'll jump the gate. That's item 3. Donate $8 and jump the gate. Item 4 is to watch the show. There's a live video feed, which I hope is okay, because there was reason for me to think it's not okay, but it looks all right. I just looked over there. And Suzie, maybe she'll have a chance to check it and make sure that it's working. Oh, we do have a number of callers. Okay, is there anything else I need to mention? If you are interested in a way to solve problems in a holistic manner, I am a Young Living essential oil representative, and on spiritmediumtv.com, there's a link there where you can go to buy something that would solve a problem for you. One of them is weight management, which is a big issue around the holidays. To have that one featured there, and I probably will change it by Wednesday. So each time I do the show, I'll be coming up with something new besides featuring a solution for you in your own life through spirit messages, also featuring a solution through a product from Young Living. And their products are excellent, and I just love them because they can attack a problem energetically, just as I do energy healing with people. For example, somebody would come to me and would say, well, I can't get over the grief of a loss. I would do an energy healing on them, which affects you in a different way than, say, talk therapy or anything intellectual. It goes beyond intellectual. Well, it's the same thing with, and that's why it's effective, because where intellect or solving problems with our left brain does not work, using energy to heal can work. Can't say it always does, but it's another approach to solving problems. So essential oils affect you the same way because they go into the limbic system. That's your autonomic or automatic nervous system. And they can, for example, there's one for grief, there's one for abundance, there's one for love, there's a whole gamut of them. So anything that you be want in your life, you can get an essential oil product from Young Living. And so that's why I added that to my arsenal of tools to help you live a more successful life. Okay. And so we're going to start the meditation, then we'll do a little bit of channeling, and then we're going to get to the phone lines. Ooh, goody. So what I need you to do, if you're, well, doesn't matter if you're listening or if you're in the queue to get a reading, everybody please participate. So I would like everybody to just sit back in your seat. If you're lying down, just lie back, uncross your arms and legs. And if you're not comfortable, then go get comfortable. So sit down or lie back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very light and relaxed. Letting go of any problems that you might have and how to get this done or that done. Just let it go. If you're looking for an other side connection, please call in your loved ones from spirit right now. Say hello, hugs and kisses. And if you're looking to have an issue resolved in your life, then please ask spirit that the answer to your question or the healing that you need be provided during the show or even afterwards. And so as you go off and do that, I am going to invoke the master prayer. I will be back in a millisecond. And now what I need you all to do is on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into the space around you your energy. Send it out, and I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay, good. Oh, there's a lot of light blue in the audience and also green. Light blue, it means that a lot of people here are communicators or they're working on their throat chakra. Probably mostly to say they're working on communicating with themselves and then communicating back out to the world their truth, which is the throat chakra. That would be the primary definition of that. And also I saw green, which means it needs to be a lot of healing. So most of the people today will probably be wanting some healing through some form of communication. Okay, so first I'm going to do a little channeling. You know, I think I forgot to do this on Wednesday's show. You just never know what I'm going to do these shows, guys. I could forget. All kinds of things happen. Okay, one moment while I settle down. We are here. We are here, the ones we are here to be with all of you. We wish you all well at this very wonderful time of year where new beginnings can happen as you are harvesting the good and the wonderful things you have done all year. You're also planting new seeds for next year. It is a time primarily of harvest, a time of abundance. And even if you are celebrating this time of year alone, you can still enjoy it very firmly and very fertily by understanding that this is a time of year for change, change of karma, change of letting go, allowing yourself to release that which you no longer want as you prepare for a new start in the new year. So if you are feeling isolated, alone, perhaps damaged in some way, we ask that you think of this time of year more positively as letting go. For only through letting go can you open to what you would like and set a precedent, vibrationally align with it, and bring it in for yourself. This evening we were going to be speaking to you about choice, conscious choice. And it is an excellent example to use then, the end of the year and beginning of next, times to make choices. If you are not aware of where you've made a choice, but don't understand that you've made a choice, is to look at your patterns. Are you in a pattern that no longer serves you? A pattern that seems to go round and round like a broken record, but never resolves itself? Or like a tire that's caught in the mud? That means that you have not made conscious choice. Any pattern that you are in, that you are resisting leaving, is an area in your life that you can now make a choice about. We would give you a moment now to think about your own life. Where are your patterns? What are the things that you never seem to get, but always say you want? We will be silent for a moment. Good. And so that pattern now can be released. We are going to help you make it more conscious. We would like you to think of your pattern then as something that you would like to release. See your pattern in front of you as something that you would like to let go of. Give it a personification. Perhaps it looks like a noose that is hanging in front of you, something that holds you captive that you cannot let go of. Visualize your pattern for a moment, please. Good. And now visualize it in front of this noose or whatever you've given as personification of your pattern. A white light is beginning to form. It is starting to eclipse or erase. You can no longer see the visual image that you set as your habitual unconscious pattern. All you now see is beautiful white light. Good. This is a very simple way to hand up your issue to a higher power. You may also see pink light with that, for it's a very high vibrational color and will allow that thing that is controlling you, that noose around your neck, to be eradicated. Now silently ask that Spirit come in and create a conscious choice in you to release the pattern, to let go of it forever. We will be silent for a moment, please. Very good. And now you have released the pattern. In place of it, we would like to suggest that you take a moment now to ask for what you really want instead of this tedious pattern which does not produce for you results. One moment and we will be silent. Very good. Okay, and so we will allow you to go now. Of course, this has been recorded, so you can always play it back on Blog Talk Radio. Thank you very much. Namaste. Okay, well, that was interesting. I had no idea it was going to go in that direction, but I'm very happy that it did. Okay, I believe it was Monica that I spoke with first. Okay, so, but I also have Suzie B, who is waiting for an other side connection, made a donation. So I'm going to go to Suzie B first, and then I'm going to go to Monica probably. One moment, please, while I open up the line to Suzie. Hi, Suzie. How are you, honey?
Okay, Laura, thank you very much for going to me.
Of course, honey. You made a donation, which is very much appreciated by the little beasts that get the donation. That, by the way, everybody, the donation goes in part to the Humane Foundation. And I may change that from time to time, but that is currently because, for me, animals are critters that have no one to speak up for them. They can't talk, and they're very much limited and up to our kindness for their own welfare. So I always feel very much for them. Okay, so what is it that you want, darling? Do you want me to try to connect to Daisy, or are you wanting me to make a different?
I would like you to try to connect to Daisy or to one of my family members that I need to know that she's being taken care of.
Oh, okay, sweetie. Thank you. 1 second, please. So here is this beautiful dog that I saw before, and she looks, you showed me a picture of her, but I just want to say she looks a little different from the picture, in that she looks younger. Okay, she looks a little younger, so she must have restored to a younger time in her life. Also, I don't see the brown in her snoot, her nose area. I see mostly that kind of golden kind of whatever you want to call that, a reddish hue to the fur, and it looks like she's short-haired. But I think you showed me a picture of her, and she is short-haired, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And there she stands. She's looking up at us, smiling a little bit. She says, "Thank you, Mommy, for letting me go." She says, "It was my time to go. I'm in spirit now with all the angels. There are special kinds of angels working with me now to repair me." And she says something about her heartbeat. I have no idea why. She'll be talking about her heartbeat because, as far as I know, it was a different matter for her for passing. She's to repair her heartbeat, her metabolism, everything about her body is being recharged now. She says she has a body. It's her spirit body, but it's just as good as her earth body. She says she's getting into trouble. She's going and she's kind of hunting things down with her snoot. And she shows me herself going to do things like playing, but she's showing me a toy. She's also showing me going to a tree, and she's using her nose to kind of go after scents and sniff things out, like as if there's something under some of the roots of the tree or right at the base of the tree, like as if she's going for truffles or something. You've heard of dogs that hunt for truffles, right? In France or in France, they have dogs that go truffle hunting. She's kind of going sniffing around, hunting for this, hunting for that. Oh, that's interesting. Well, let me just see if I can see the toy. She's also playing with a toy, favorite toy that you gave her when she was a little baby. It looks like it's got some light blue to it, the toy, and it looks stuffed. Okay, it looks like a stuffed furry thing, not real big. It's got the image of it being like I don't know, a teddy bear or something like that, kind of like that. Do you remember a toy like that for her, honey?
Her favorite toy was the shoe.
Oh, okay. Well, I see her with this toy now. I'll just say that. Okay. There's also light blue colors. There's pants on this little stuffed animal, and he's got light blue pants. I don't know if the light blue has any significance to her or not. I don't know. Okay, she likes the food you gave her towards the end. You were very sweet with everything that you did for her. And there was other things you did. There were some kind of supplements or vitamins that you were giving her that weren't in the food. You were adding them in. Now, I have no idea about that, but she's saying that. It could have been the medicine you were giving her. I don't know, but something to help her. Okay, and it looks like you were putting it in the food and in the water. Were you giving her anything besides the medicine?
No, I was just giving her her medicine mixed in with her food and to make sure that she would take it.
Okay, so it's just the medicine. And, she looked at it like something good, and she's very happy for that. She says you cared for her very well during the time that she had on Earth. I'm trying to get her to give me something that will be recognizable to you, so that you can say, well, because I know so much about this dog, right? I'm trying to get something that I don't know. You already showed me a picture of her before the show. Not today, everybody, but a different day. I know what her illness was. Okay, something about water.
The thing about her heart was that when they carried her away out of the room where she was in with me, they were going to check on her heart.
Okay, well, she says now that there's the angels that work with animals that she's with that are getting her heart to work again. She said that earlier. Let me just see if there's something she'll give us something. Don't worry about that, love. She's going to give it. Okay, she's rolling over right now. She says she liked the belly rubs that you always gave her when she was younger. She says towards the end it was too painful to roll over anymore, and that was very difficult for you because you knew that she didn't have the mobility that she used to have. So she's showing me the belly rubs. Do you understand belly rubs from when she was younger, please?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. She says she missed them too, Mommy. She says, I wish that you could have given them to me, but you know that I was hurting. She says, I like to please you. I like to give you what you want. And she says, I know that I wasn't giving you what you want towards the end. She says, I'm sorry. I did not mean to disappoint you. Yeah, well, this is just a mutual love story here. She says, I'm sorry, I did not mean to disappoint you and make you unhappy, but I did not feel well. My stomach was upset quite a bit. I was vomiting up things that you were giving me, and I just was unable to contain myself. She says, now I'm relieved. And also, she goes about neuropathy in the legs, which I already know about. She's the neuropathy, or the pain in her legs and her hindquarters, was unable to move and get around. It caused you a lot of problems. But she also shows me vomiting or stomach upset. So if she wasn't eating, it was because her stomach was upset. I don't know if she vomited at all, but she's showing me that she was nauseous. She says, I tried to get around as best I could. I tried not to make a big deal out of it, Mommy, but you knew what was going on and it was my time to go. She says, I'm severely disappointed that I had to leave you too. She says, but now I'm fine. I'm fine in the world of spirit, and I have very many loving friends here. You're wondering if I'm with your relatives, like your mother or somebody else, kindred soul from the spirit world, and I am. I'm with family and friends. I'm going to see if I can give you a specific family and friend member she's with. The one that liked to walk me on the leash when I was little is here with me in spirit. Okay, now, do you know anyone, honey, on Earth that liked to walk her when she was little on a leash, and it could be in spirit? Susie?
No. My mother really wasn't a dog person, and she wouldn't. I was the only one really that took care of her.
But did your mom know about her? Was your mom around?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, she was.
Well, I don't think that I think it's your mom, because she's trying to show us that whoever is in spirit was around when she was little. So,
yeah,
as evidence, and maybe your mom didn't like to walk her on the leash, but she might have walked her on the leash at least once or twice. But anyway, that's what she's saying. So let me just see what else, if I can pull in anything else about this. There's did you have a nickname for her? Don't tell me what it was, but did you have another name for her?
Yes.
All right. Did it start with an A-R, like Archie or Artie or something? R?
No.
A-R?
It was my doodle bug.
You called her Doodlebug?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want you to know she gives me a name like Archibald. Okay, so I have no idea what that is, if it has any significance to you, but I will give it to you because I have to. Okay, maybe that, yeah, I don't know why she's saying that. Maybe she's trying to give me Doodlebug and it comes out like that. But I did know it was something to do with a nickname. She says, she's kind of cute. She says, there will be nobody else on earth that will be like me, Mom. You'll never be able to replace me, I know. She says, but I will look in on you from time to time. I'm very happy and healthy. Here, they gave me a doggy bone to chew on as soon as I got here, and I'm really, really happy. And she also says something about running after her tail. Did she ever run after her tail when she was young?
Yeah, sometimes, yes.
Well, she's running after her tail now, just to let you know she's feeling good.
Okay, very good.
All right, sweetie. Thank you.
I feel much better knowing that she is okay now.
Oh, of course. If there was, let me just see if there's anything else, because I haven't really been able to provide you a lot of objective evidence, because in this case I know so much about her. But let me just see if there's anything else. Is there anything else you want to say, honey, besides running after your tail, that you're with Mommy, who was able to walk you when you were little? That's Mommy of Suzie. There are other people in spirit that like me very much too, and your mother likes me here, she says. Mom doesn't push me away. Mom's very nice to me. In spirit, we're more cooperative about things like this than we are on Earth, she says. Is there anything else, please? Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, and so there are other dogs there with her. I know you've lost.
And she with Peaches?
I'm going to tell you who I see. There's another dog, and I know that Suzie B has Dachshunds, okay, everybody? But I do see a dog that looks darker in coloring. Was Peaches darker?
Yeah.
Okay, there's Peaches. Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right, so there she is with the other dog. All right, love. So thank you so much, honey, for your donation, love.
Okay, and I want Daisy to know that she never, ever was a disappointment to me. Never, not even at the end. And I loved her always, and I always will.
Yeah, sweetie. And, I want to remind you and everybody listening that you can always talk directly. To get the answer, maybe you might need, another mechanism, but they hear you. Call her name out. She'll hear you. There's something about the ashes. You got ashes for her, honey?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, what you just had them put in a general grave site or something? Or you got her body back? Or
No. The office took care of everything.
So you never got her ashes back? She says that that's okay, so don't feel badly about that. That she's just saying, I like what you did with my ashes, so that means that she's okay with that. Okay?
Okay, good.
All right.
I wanted to, but there's a tremendous difference in price if you were to take the ashes of your very own dog, or if their bodies go to some kind of doggy cemetery or someplace that takes care of all of the dogs.
She says that's fine with her. She's in heaven. She's having a grand old time. She's got this doggy bone. She's with a darker Dachshund, who I believe would be Peaches. She's running around, playing with her tail, happy as could be, and they're healing her. So, and she's with your mom. So don't worry about a thing, Suzie. Okay, love?
Oh, very good. Thank you so much, Laura.
Sure, honey. And I'm so sorry for your losses. No, it's our animals are just like our own. Our fur babies are just like our own babies, and it's very sad when we lose one.
And they all are unique in their own ways, just like people, and there is never replacing them.
No,
anybody else.
There's never any way to replace each one. They're all very unique. And while I'm on the phone with you, I did a mediumship last Wednesday for a woman who helped me rescue 2 cats. And I'm not everybody listening, Suzie B. I'm not a person that's an animal. I mean, I love animals, but I'm not like I don't run around, spray painting people wearing fur coats, okay? But I do love animals very much. And it just so happened there was 2 cats brought to my attention right on my walkway outside my door where I live. And I started to feed them because my neighbor brought my attention to them. She was feeding them, I was feeding them, they were homeless. And then we realized they were the cats that belonged to another neighbor of ours. And they were very domesticated. They were abandoned. They also had been declawed. So it was like, that they were starving. They were starving to death slowly right in front of our eyes. And they were also very vulnerable as they'd been declawed. So somebody said to me, try to get them a home, and I did, and this woman helped, and I said to her, let me do a discernment for you, and to say thank you. So she came to my house last Wednesday, and we did a full hour on 3 different, she's a cat person, she loves cats, 3 of her cats. And I do mediumship of animals a lot, but I'd never had a session that was quite this detailed. Each of the cats had such different personalities. One was very easygoing. One was laughing. One of the cats was laughing and talked about how she used to tease the owner, which was, I won't give her name out for privacy's sake, but the woman who helped me, the cat was laughing and told me how she teased the owner, her mommy, and that kind of a thing. And they were each very unique and very, very smart and very, very perceptive and aware in ways that humans, we don't realize it unless we really are into animals. And you are, Suzie, I know, and you know that. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so life goes on, and yes, they each have their own personality, and each is very, very special. And none of us, everybody listening, is going to get out of Earth alive. We're all going to be
That's
going,
right.
right? We're all going to spirit someday. So if you can look at it from a bigger perspective, we can see it as beginning and end, continuity versus loss. And I hope that this session has been able to give you some of that, Susie.
Yes, thank you very much, Laura. And it's true. We will all gather on the other side in perfect health again. So what better way to be than in perfect health on the other side with our loved ones?
Yeah. And one other thing, when I was, your dog made her appearance, Daisy, very early on. So you'll hear the show again, and you'll notice I said, "Oh, I see her. I see the Dachshund." That was when I was making announcements earlier. So she was here.
That is very good.
All right, love. Thanks. Thank you, honey.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Monica, who's been waiting very patiently. Hi, Monica. How are you, honey?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. So you wanted another side connection. I'm going to see if there's somebody who pops through, give it a little development, and then come back to you. 1 second. This is from Monica 561. Okay, it's a family member. Okay, there's more of a father figure. Earlier I felt mother figure, but now I feel more of a father figure. I'm hearing that for you. I'm just going to give you a very quick description, and then I'll come back to you and see if that's the direction you want me to go in. And this could be a grandpa also, so just bear with me. I don't know yet. And it could be, when I say father figure, I'm being very loose right now. Hold on. Okay, so his brown hair. Looks like the image he's giving me is still having the brown hair. Not that he's lost a lot of it. Doesn't mean he didn't towards the end of his life, but he cares to show me himself having a nice full head of hair. There is some thinning now on the top. It's got a lot of body and life to it. It's brown, but it also has a lot of chestnut highlights or golden kind of highlights to it. He's got a long angular face, furrowed lines in his forehead going horizontally across, strong nose, a kind person and a clear thinker, also has strong ears, also has strong eyebrows. Oh, okay. And kind of a serious look around his eyes at the moment, if you will. Now, from that, and slender. I don't see him as overweight. He's wearing a sweater over his shirt, and he gets old, pretty old. He's now morphing into more of an older look to him. There seems to be some problems with the stomach and digestive issues. He's unable to get food down. Do you understand this for anyone you know, please, Monica?
No.
Okay. So do you have a father figure in spirit, love?
Yes, I have both my grandfathers
in
spirit, but I didn't know of digestive issues.
Okay. Well, what I said about 20 things, was one thing wrong and then 20 were right? Or was it generally in the ballpark of either of your grandpas eliminating the stomach?
Only a few things could fit, yes.
Okay. I also hear tall. Okay, not very short, this particular man. So I'm going to go over what I said, okay? Looks like the hair now is thinning more. He's showing me it more as he moves to older age. It's got a lot of body still, but it's thinned out on the top of the head. Now it's more gray. But remember I said the original color was brown, okay?
Right.
And it's kind of got a natural wave to it. Could be bushy if he grew it out, but he's not growing it out. He's kind. Let me see the face again. Strong brow line. He says it. He showed it to me before. He says it again. Do you remember one of your grandpas for having hair with a wave to it? Original color brown. But then it gets gray and seems to be thinning out on the top. And he says a strong brow line. Let me see, kind also. Any of that resonate, please?
Yes, a little bit.
All right, I'm going to continue then with this. Slender. Does this fit the one you're thinking of in terms of being slender, please? I'm going to have to go through each one. All right. Wearing a sweater over shirt, which is symbolic of being more casually dressed as he moves to senior years. He likes a casual lifestyle. That's a no-brainer. I guess most people as they retire would be wearing, more casual clothes. So I don't need you to say much. Okay. Now let me just see what else. He seems to have a stronger nose than average, and the cheeks and the area there is a little bit narrow. So I see a strong nose on the face. I don't see high cheekbones or much width in the cheek area. Does that resonate for you, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And also the eyebrows. You know how well, you wouldn't know this because you're so young, but when you get older and you get white hair, the hair is a little bit on the wiry side. So some of his eyebrows are a little wiry. Some of them are sticking out. Remember that? Okay. Okay. Oh, and now he shows me as I laugh, there's something to do with smoking. Do you understand smoking for the grandpa you're thinking of? At least some point in his life.
No.
Okay.
Not that I do.
All right. Well, he shows me smoking, so he might have smoked in the past, and you can verify that later. I also feel, hold on. It's narrow. The chest is narrow. The chest area is narrow. Not a real big he doesn't have a lot of brawn in the chest area, but that's as he's older. I don't know what he looked like when he was younger because of what he's showing me now. Chest is kind of almost caved in a little bit or concave. It's like emaciated looking. It's very, very thin as he moves and progresses into his most senior part of his life. He seems to want to show me something in the chest area, particularly on the left side, as if I don't want to say it because he's not giving it to me strong enough. You want to talk to me a little bit more, Grandpa? There's also, what is your name again? Your name again, honey? What is your
Monica?
Monica. Okay, I hear a name, another M name, like a Max. Okay, so I'm just going to leave as an M name, M-A name. Okay, not your name.
Okay.
Somebody else's name. Okay, there's something going on in the chest area. It looks like a heart problem, a heart issue. It looks like he's okay, understand that he's dealt with it for quite some while. They weren't unable to really get his blood pressure down. It was always a problem for him. He liked his foods. He didn't want to eat right or stop eating the things he liked. He says it was there were a lot of medicines they gave him, but it was very difficult for him to really be a good, you probably wouldn't know this, Monica, but he was not a good patient, he says, because he didn't want to give up eating the things he liked to eat. Do you remember that? Do you know that, honey? Oh, you do know that.
I do.
Okay.
I was young, but I remember he had many heart attacks.
Oh, God bless him. There's something about the stomach also and throwing up blood. I don't know what that would have to do with that. So you may find that there's something to do with the stomach and throwing up blood that goes with this. There's a number of things going wrong at the same time. He's gasping. He's out of air. They tried to give him something to so he would not suffocate. This is towards the end, I'm assuming, maybe when he had a heart attack or something. They're trying to aerate his lungs. He couldn't get air into his lungs. It was very difficult passing for him. It was very uncomfortable for him. He's sorry to have to say this to you, Monica, but he's doing it for a reason, so you can give this back to your family as additional evidence of how it was almost as if, even though he's having a heart attack or whatever it is that took his life, there's something going on with the lungs and not able to breathe properly. It's very it's like asphyxiation almost, or very difficult for him. Very, very difficult. People around him are very upset because they know he's suffering, and he's not able to get air in his lungs. Now, there's also a feeling of him being your father's father. Do you know this, please?
No, it would be my mother's father.
Okay. I don't know why I see this.
But he was like my dad's father as well, because they all lived together.
Okay, because I feel the male under him, and maybe it's because he's trying to say that your father was like his son also, but I just want to honor that. But there's also something about your father being involved during these times of helping, where there was not like there's panic. Sometimes there's panic. He can't breathe. There's chest pains. There's emotional upset in the household. Your father always stepped in to kind of, I don't know, your father was very instrumental in calming things down. I don't know if you know this or not. You do know this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he stepped in a lot, your grandpa says, to try to help calm everybody and calm things down. There's a lot of emotional upset surrounding his health. He was not very cooperative. He apologizes for that because he upset everybody in the home, including you. You were just a young girl, and it was very difficult for you. He wants to apologize for not being the best patient in the world, and also apologize for upsetting you and everyone else. He says, but you do have fond memories of me in general. It was just the time, towards the end of his life, that was very, very difficult. And there was a sick room in the house, and it was not pleasant for you. You don't want to be around that. I mean, you're just a little girl. He says, I love you very much. He says, thank you for allowing me to speak through the medium tonight to you. And thank you so much, Monica, for understanding who I am. I come in with peace and love for everybody. I want you to know and I'm feeling much better now. He also alludes to playing some kind of a card game in spirit like he used to play on Earth. I think he was good at playing. I think he was very good at playing cards. Do you know that, honey?
He did. He played cards.
Yeah. I think he liked pinochle. So you may not know that, but
I don't know.
You'll have to find out because he says the word pinochle to me. He's very good at that. He's a card shark, really, actually. And people didn't even want to, he says, people didn't even want to play with me. I was so good. And he laughs a little bit. He says, now get that out of your system, okay? There's somebody that you've been involved with that you're still not out of your system, he says, a man. What's going on with you in your love life? You know about that?
Yeah. That was somebody else I was hoping to connect with.
Oh, well, okay. So we'll have to leave. We can't do everything in one night because I got to move on to other people. We got a loaded switchboard here. But Grandpa is alluding to this man that you have to get out of your system. He is here with me and other friends. Something about him, as Grandpa's trying to say, he's a little bit... a little bit on the cocky side, the guy, the one that's in spirit that you want to talk to. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Okay.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, so Grandpa's not the most approving of this person, I'll be honest with you, but he's here with Grandpa, and he's pretty much confident that you do want to speak to him when you have time, and that he will come in next time. So the message is this other person will be waiting for you. And talk to you next time. Okay, my dear?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye, honey. Okay. So I just want to remind everybody, if you want a private session with me, you can get 25% off. Just mention the radio show when you go to booklaura.com to book, and you will automatically be given a third more time, which is the equivalent of 25% off the time you order. Now, I am going to go to... Let me see who's been waiting a very long time. It looks like Stasel. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Is that Stasel or Stasel? Please correct me, love.
Stasel, hi.
Hi, honey. How are? I remember talking to you last week, Stasel. Okay, shoot your question and only give me your question, please.
It's a dating advice, but I wonder what you pick up from it, because I've been talking to this person for like 4 weeks now.
Okay, is there a question that you want me to know what I pick up from this person? What's the name or initials, please?
He likes to be called Luisito.
Louis?
Louis or Luisito.
What was after Louis? I couldn't get that.
Luisito.
Luisito, I like that. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Luisito. ¿Dónde? Hold on. Go to him. Yeah, he likes you. I think he's thinking of you too. I want you to know that he's not all that. In other words, he may give you a little impression of being a little bit, hard to get or something like that. But, he has his insecurities also. And he's thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about him. And I feel like kind of like it's an opening for you, that you can move ahead with that, and that you will be able to move ahead with that. I see a man actually kind of goes back and forth between a few different things. One of them is, looks like the hair is dark hair, but he likes to shave it short on the sides. It looks like it's longer a little bit on the top. Whoever I'm seeing, I don't know who this is.
That sounds like him.
Oh, okay. And he might like to wear facial hair sometimes, because it looks like he's got a little bit of a growth coming in on the face. He's wearing he's wearing a t-shirt and undershirt that doesn't have sleeves right now. So there's no shirt on, just an undershirt, and he's got pants on. And he doesn't look like the tallest person, and sometimes he looks a little wider. He might have had problems with his weight in the past, or he might have extra weight on him now. But he is cute.
Yeah, it sounds like him.
Yeah, and well, he likes you very much.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm a little afraid maybe I did something wrong, or maybe he's upset. I know he was upset today. Like, I couldn't really see him because he wants to see me through my friend, but I don't know why. But yeah.
All right. Well, you're being told that he does like you, and that you don't need to be afraid of him. So he's opening the door for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, love. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, honey. Really, really appreciate you too. Bye, honey. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Hold on one moment. I'm trying to find people who've been waiting very long, and that I haven't spoken to recently on the show. Hint, hint, Nathaniel. I'm going to go to, looks like Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, hi. Thank you for taking.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me just your question, honey. No background, all right? I don't want to be influenced.
Okay. My question is, what do you see for me as far as my personal life? I'm presently in a tough situation with
give me a specific question, but not any background, honey. Specific question.
Okay. Well, then what do you see as far as, I guess, my love life, I would think, with coming up in the next month?
All right. Well, let's go to that. Tony,
okay.
She's wanting to know about love. Yeah, I mean, I can go to spirit and say animal, vegetable, mineral, all that background, but we're on a show and I'm trying to get fast. So let's go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, love life. Not good right now. You've been let down one too many times, but things will get better for you over time, just not right away. Now, are you hoping that this person feels like it's somebody that needs to come back to you? Is that correct, please? You're hoping to hear from somebody? So. Yeah. Well, I don't feel that the person's going to do it in the time frame you have asked, 1 month, which is a little disappointing because it's like around the holidays. You'd like to hear from the person now and make amends. But I do feel that after the new year, you will be hearing from him again. You may hear from him before then, but it looks like something more constructive happens after the new year, and there will be a new beginning for both of you in your life together and in your lives in general. There's been a lot of extenuating circumstances, things outside of your control that affected both of you and put the relationship under a lot of stress. It seems money was one of them. So it looks like you'll both be a lot more careful in the future as you move forward and try to work better at the relationship and not allow, when things go bad, to allow the relationship to go bad as well. Okay, honey? I hope that makes sense to you, love.
Yeah, I guess it kind of, sort of, it's just so complicated right now. I'm just so overwhelmed with it.
I understand, honey. Let me take a quick look at you energetically and see if I can do any kind of healing there. Hold on. All right, your heart is broken. Feels like he's been pulled away because of other responsibilities. Is that correct, honey?
Yes.
He wishes he could get involved right now, but he can't. But I do feel that things are going to get better after the new year. So I'm going to say that again. And I do feel he has feelings for you, because they said to me he feels like you know, he had his circumstances he had no control over. People need him right now. But after the holidays, it looks like things are going to change. So just do your prayer work, honey. I'm sending you in love and heart because the heart is broken right now. I'm sending you in love into the heart chakra. I'm sending you also pink light to help you feel beautiful and cleared. And you can spend some time alone, but also try to find some time to be with people who are loving towards you, so that, you know, you're not alone too much at this very delicate time of year. Okay, my dear?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. Oh, it's very difficult. You know, the holidays have it puts so much pressure on us sometimes if we let them. But I want to remind all of us it's okay to be alone at the holidays, just as valid as having someone. One of the things or thoughts I'd like each of you to place in your mind, if you are a single person, or if you're a person who's in love with someone but not currently connected to that person, as it is just as valid to be alone as it is to be with someone. And don't forget, each of those choices, our theme is choices, each of them has its own burden, its own response. You know, when you're in a relationship, it's difficult too. Not always 24/7 floating on air, a lot of compromise involved and da-da-da-da-da. So anybody who is alone at the holidays, be your best friend, you know, make a special effort to be with friends, go out and love yourself. There's nothing wrong with being alone. It's just as valid as being partnered with somebody. Okay, I am going to move to Anna, who has a life question. Anna, honey, go ahead and please give me your question, love, and only your question.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, honey. Thanks.
My dog has been sick, and I just want you to try to connect with her.
Who? Your dog?
My dog? Yeah.
Your dog has been sick. Okay. And what is the dog's name, please?
Rosie.
Rosie. What a beautiful name for a dog. Let's see if I can connect with Rosie. Very, very cute dog. Oh, so I see a dog with a longer snout, has longer fur. Kind of reminds me of the kind of like a little bit of a collie-ish look, or that in that family of dogs. Is that what your dog looks like, honey?
No, she's domestic short hair.
Domestic short hair, mixed breed or what?
Yeah, she's more like a lab beagle mix.
Lab beagle. Okay. Trying to see what that would look like. All right. Okay. So let me just go. All right, Rosie. Okay, Rosie. Let me just see if I can connect with her. Well, I feel that she is not connecting with me right now. I feel that she's unconscious or she's not alert. And I feel that she's sort of traveling at the moment. Do you have her under? Is she sleeping now, or is she in the hospital or something? What's going on with her? Because I'm not getting anything.
Oh, she's right here. She's just looking around.
Oh, okay. So she's a little bit unaware. Let me see if I can. Let me see. I'll try again, honey. Come here, Rosie. Come on, sweetie. Connect with Laura. Is there something specific you want me to ask her that might help? Okay.
Her feeling emotionally, I guess.
Oh, all right.
About the whole thing.
All right. Well, let's see. How does she feel? Rosie, how do you feel, love? I don't like it very much at all, she says. I wish that things could be different. She says, I've left home before and it wasn't okay for me. Was she ever displaced from a household before this?
At the hospital.
All right. Well, she doesn't like to be put out for some reason. And I don't know why she's saying that, but she's for some reason or other, it seems to be something to do with being left out or let out or not in her home. She doesn't like that one little bit. She says she wishes that you could be
90 seconds.
Be the one to take care of her always. She doesn't. I'd like to say she understands. But I'm not getting that. She's on the verge of saying she understands, but I don't think she really does understand. That's why I keep stopping her. She said, I wish I could be with you and only you. I don't like this moving me around. She says, I know it's out of, okay, so she does know it's out of your control. She wishes things were different.
60 seconds.
She knows you have her best interests in mind, that you're always trying to do the best for her, maneuver things, and to get her back in the home with you. But she knows it's out of your control right now. She'll be good. She'll try her best and hopes that someday everything can come back to the way it was. Okay, Anna? I'm so sorry, honey.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, love. All right, love. I'm going to let you go now, honey. But the dog will cooperate and is trying her very best to be a good dog. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye-bye. Oh, she must not be able to take care of the dog right now. The dog knows. You know, our animals know more than we realize. Sweet little animal.
10 seconds.
Okay, so the show is just about to end. I want to remind everybody, and I want to thank everybody for calling in and listening and everything else. We do this again Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, and if you'd like a private session, just go to booklaura.com and you can get 25% off. Have a beautiful evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog